Hey everyone, we're TowawayCouple. I'm Tom the driver.
And I'm Bunny, the Easter beaver.
The Easter beaver. I got the hiccups.
Look what I got. Look what I got.
If you've never been to Buc-ee's is the gas station or the fuel station of all fuel stations on travel stop. They don't let diesels in there. It's meant for families traveling, but RV transporters can sneak in there because we're not pulling 80,000 pounds. We're pulling 16,000, so we're not tearing up the parking.
Right, but let me tell you though, especially you doing...
Isn't that just so cute? Look at that. He's just going to look in the camera.
For you doing drive-away, it is going to be one of your cheapest fuel stops.
His back says, but did you died?
Did you die? I had to get it. Because it's a bunny.
It's a bunny. And Bunny was actually, for those of you who always ask, is Bunny your real name? Bunny was actually named after her Aunt Bunny. Mm-hmm. And she was actually born on Easter Sunday.
That means I have a birthday coming up.
Yep, that means April 14th is her birthday. So she likes presents. She likes expensive presents that I can't afford, so...
Right, exactly.
Because I'm the broke bitch that can't even afford shirts. So, today we're going to talk about the dealer acceptance form. And this is just going to be a very, very quick video. Basically, our videos are kind of what we see on Facebook.
Right.
So when it's not, some guy has us listed as we do polls. Even if we did polls, who cares? We see a lot of questions and a lot of comments about something. Instead of us typing a comment every single time we do a video of how we would handle a situation or what works for us, not necessarily how you should do it. Always get other people's opinions and advice. Okay?
Right. And a lot of it is things that the dealers have told us too. So,
yes.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we pick up along the line because we just are a sponge.
So
we want to learn.
One thing we keep seeing over and over and over again is, I'm going to stand at that dealer until they write no driver damage. And
we used to.
We used to, because it's like an ego thing.
Right. It's like getting an A on your test.
Right. And when they write it, well, at one point, there's certain dealers that refuse to write it because they're only doing a quick preliminary check. They're not doing a very detailed check. So they might not have spotted driver damage on the initial check. When it goes into service, they might see something where you drove up and over a boulder. Right. And bent the axle.
Right,
They're
exactly.
not going that detailed when you're checking. So their company policy is to not write no driver damage. Okay, so with that said, there are companies that do write it, and that's like Bunny's kudos are A. We are now so we talked to our claims department at our current company. I always say current company because we have old videos that show us working for another company. Yeah. So we are no longer with that company. And people always ask us, who do you drive for? We say it in a lot of our videos. So we won't say it. Just go watch all of our videos and you'll see the trend and you'll see. And a hint is we did a fuel diesel discounts and how to use Comdata with a big Indiana Transport logo. That might be your hint who we work for.
Right?
But we're not going to tell you who we work for. You're just going to have to watch it. We're going to have to figure that one out. Anyway, we're talking to claims and we just did a video about pictures over videos. And while we were talking about pictures over videos, because we were talking about driver damage, we asked about no driver damage. What did that really truly mean? And what did she say?
Nothing. It means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. It's to make you go out of there without yelling at the person checking you in.
Pretty much.
And
we've seen it.
And flipping a conniption, popping a fuse.
Heard of it.
We've seen almost fist fights.
Yep.
So, yeah, it can get really stressful. I talked in previous videos about about half an hour, 45 minutes before drop off, my anxiety starts building. And still today, after almost 2 years, I get anxieties because I might have missed something at pre-trip. And I don't even know what they're going to find because they do this every single day. They know what they're looking for. I'm picking up a different trailer from a different manufacturer, from a different yard, from a different pull-in driver. I'm trying to find everything, and I'm trying to hook up, and I'm trying to get on my way.
Yes.
So there are a lot of distractions.
And you never know who's going to check you in, if they're having a good day or if they're having a bad day or if they're just not a nice person. You just never know.
Right. Now, not to stress you out, but we have kind of seen this, and we've heard it from other people that and it happened to Bunny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some dealerships are the check-in person's required to find driver damage. Why? Because it's easier to ding the driver than the manufacturer. Plus, when they're paying so much for shipping, if they can find driver damage that they have no intention of fixing, or it's a 2-second spray can of paint, and they're going to charge you $600, that's just, I think, their way of getting some of it back. Off the shipping.
Right.
So, with that said, we want the no driver damage.
But it doesn't mean nothing.
It doesn't mean nothing.
And I found that out too.
And they tried getting her. Well, they said, "Oh, you looks like you got driver damage." It was obviously manufacturer, and we heard another salesperson saying they couldn't get drivers to deliver units there because it was in Canada and it was a hard place to get to, and it really didn't pay that well.
No, and it's not a place where somebody that did not have a tow vehicle or did not have somebody else that they could jump in a vehicle and ride with, it was not an easy dealer to get to, so no one was just going to jump in an Uber and head to the airport.
Motorhomes, they want to go to where the airports are. And after hearing what the other guy said, because she's like, "Oh, you got, if I'm not finding driver damage, I'm told I'm not doing my job." And I looked at her plain and simple, and I said, "Hey, do what you got to do. If she gets driver damage, she literally drove this here, not maybe for free, but may have to pay out of pocket to deliver this. We will never, ever deliver here again." Not a threat, just we can't afford to go to a company that just told us they have to find driver damage. It would just be stupid.
Right. Now, don't get all excited because you have no driver damage.
Yep, we learned this now. This is why we're doing this video.
Right.
How long do they have to change that dealer acceptance form when you're not there?
3 days?
3 days.
And it happened to me.
Did it happen to you?
The broken mirror.
Oh, yeah.
It was clearly said, no driver damage, and like 6 months down the road,
all of a sudden she got dinged for $360.
And it was a broken mirror. But
they literally walked that whole unit. They sat in the driver's seat. They looked at both mirrors. They made us park it on the side of the road, and they wrote no driver damage. We didn't even get, this is our first company, not our current company. We didn't get notified at all. They just paid it and charged her for it, and we had no room or way to fight it or even discuss it. And they changed it from no driver damage to
driver damage.
Yeah, they got 3 days to change the dealer acceptance form if they write something on that.
But guess what? It was a learning curve for me too now to make sure that I take pictures of all my glass.
Everything.
All my mirrors, all my windows. Yes, absolutely.
Because if there's a scratch on the glass. But yeah, so I personally, I don't care anymore. I still get anxieties, but I don't care. I just want to get to the location. I want to do my post-trip pictures, unhook. I would just love for the dealer to walk out and just quickly walk the unit. They don't have to write no driver damage. I don't care. I just want them to sign that DAF that I dropped it off so I can go down the road.
Yeah.
We actually, like Bunny said in previous video, there are dealers that you drive in, they walk out and say, "You hit anything? No? Here you go." We don't tell you guys about those dealers because we want those dealers.
Right. I'll tell you the ones that you can't go to.
We'll tell you the ones that you're going to sit in 3.5 hours.
The one yesterday, yeah. An hour to sit and wait for them to come out to spend
an hour and 45 minutes meticulously going through every nut and bolt and light switch and everything. That's not driver damage. I don't know why they hold up a driver. If there's no stains on the seat and no damage to the rig, let us go. You don't have to write no driver damage. Just sign it and let us go. And if there's driver damage later on down the road, we'll fight it out with pictures and let the person who took the worst pictures win.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Or the better pictures win.
Babe.
I had that backwards. So, anyway, don't get all excited. Don't get hung up on no driver damage. We see it all the time. We watched one guy in Sacramento. They washed the unit, and they signed his DAF, and he goes, "You didn't put no driver damage." She goes, "Well, there's water all over the unit. We can't just write no driver damage until it's fully dry and we can see everything." And he started yelling at her. And I'm over there going, "Oh my God, I'm next." And when she came over to me, what I did is I said, "Oh my God, I am so sorry he talked to you that way. Nobody should talk to anybody that way." And she treated me with much more respect because I diffused it when she came to me. But that guy had her so amped up, she could have found anything on mine. And you know what she did? She wrote no driver damage on mine. Yep.
So it's all good. But like I said, as long as they don't put driver damage or dent due to driver, then you're good. Just call it good and go.
Yep. So they'll try to claim things that are driver damage. If you took good pictures and you contact your claims department, you're covered if your claims department said send it. But if you don't work with your claims department, how can they help you?
Well, I had a unit and it had one little tiny little scratch on the front. Took it 2,200 miles. And he's like, "That's driver damage." I said, "No, that was noted on my pre-trip."
Right.
They let you bring it like this, and I'm like,
That's why they tell you not to discuss it. Just let them write driver damage. Let them do what they want. Because when you tell them, yeah, they sent it that way, the dealerships can get a little pissy because it would probably cost more for the manufacturer to go hold up an assembly line to fix something than to if it's something minor, send it and let them fix it and charge the manufacturer. But I hear that it takes months.
Yeah, but like on some of these
to get paid.
On some of these things, with the motorhomes, they come with a little extra spare paint.
Yes, they come with actual touch-up paint and everything else. So, Buddy's getting a call. Anyway, we just want to say, don't stress over the small stuff. Take good pictures. As long as they sign that DAF, you got good pictures. You communicated any issues before you delivered that unit. Even if they note stuff and they write driver damage and they noted stuff that you already handled, just say, "Hey, thank you. Have a nice day," because you're covered. Mm-hmm. You don't want to give them anything to call your company and say, "Why did you send that?" Or just let them deal with it on their own.
Absolutely. Like I said, if somebody's having a bad day, they don't care if you're having a bad day. And how do you know that they're not going to call and make up a whole slew of information?
Right.
And you don't want to get deleased over something like that.
Exactly. And just a final recap. Somebody has recently asked, who wouldn't we deal or deliver to and why? We're not going to say that. We're not going to put any dealer on blast that could get us in conflict with the company we transport for, and it serves us no purpose. because we might have had an issue delivering with someone doesn't mean you will.
Right.
We see all the time where people are on Facebook putting companies on blast because they had a bad experience. And then we see all the comments underneath them saying, well, I just delivered there and had no problem and stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
And another comment saying, yeah, when I delivered there, I had an issue. There's going to be good days and bad days.
Just like you're going to have a good day or a bad day.
Right. So where we probably would never deliver to, you might deliver to and love it. We're going to be delivering to a place nobody wants to deliver to. No, seriously.
I know.
We're delivering 2 units, and we have been delivering there because we document, we know, we have a good relationship with our claims department. They know that their interest is our interest and our interest is their interest, and we communicate along the way. If we find anything, we're sending them pictures, we're keeping them updated. And so far, out of the 6 deliveries, so 12 units, we haven't gotten any.
No.
Even though that company's called driver damage several times, we haven't heard anything because of our documentation.
Right. He's got a special name.
Yep. We won't say it.
He's got a special name, but you know what?
They get us in and out fast.
They do. They do get us in and out fast, but yeah.
But I could see why people don't want to deliver there.
Right, but we just deal with it. We just go in there, put our head down, let them do their job, let them mark what they're going to mark.
Right.
But knowing that I had already had everything noted before.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I only had words with the guy one time because he just kept drilling into Bunny. Driver damage. And I said, stop with the driver damage. You're stressing her out. Just write it on the paper and leave it alone. Stop drilling it verbally into her. We don't need that. So,
yeah,
and I wasn't mean. I just politely said, stop with it.
Well, he was treating me like I was in kindergarten.
Right. But I just told him.
It was like, look at this. Look at this.
Take pictures of this.
Take. I'm like, dude, seriously.
He wanted to make sure we knew it was driver damage, and it wasn't. So when he wrote driver damage on the form, Bunny was so frustrated, she wrote, not driver damage. So I guess, I bet that didn't make him happy.
No. That's probably why he...
But if you are signing a form, as they said, if they're signing it and they're able to put anything on that form, you're able to put your notes on that form. Don't be mean about it. Document so if they do file something or change the DAF later, you have your copy. And that way you have something to remember the situation.
Right, exactly.
Especially as what they say, when you get a ticket, if you're invisible, it's easier to fight in court, where if you're confrontational to the officer, on the back of that ticket is all those lines. What that's for is so the cop can write notes of the traffic stop, because you are so confrontational, they know you're probably going to fight it, and they're going to use everything against you. Just be invisible.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah. So we call it the right lane. Stay in the right lane. The invisible lane.
Yep.
All right, so enough with that. Don't worry about driver damage.
Nope.
I mean, worry about it, but don't worry if they put it on a form or not.
No, don't stress out.
And if they do, jump up, down, take a picture, post it on our Facebook. We love seeing this stuff.
Of course.
We love seeing happy people.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you're driving, post pictures of your dispatches with your truck and trailer and post it. We love seeing that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the sunset pictures with your truck in it.
Right. All right, so hopefully no pictures with the truck upside down.
No, we don't like those pictures.
No, so.
No.
All right, until next time.
We'll see you down the road.
We'll see you down the road.